Tom, very nice to meet you. Welcome
Pleasure.
to RT in Ireland.
Thank you.
If I could ask you first about this movie, you have a great range of experience in Hollywood and in working in different types of movies. But working with Paul Greengrass, who has a very particular style, is very much on the fly, and it's not your standard type of movie. Was that a challenge for you, and was it something that you wanted to do for this
Well,
movie?
it's actually a luxury. I didn't know what it was going to be like. I'd only seen Paul's movies and had been truly knocked out by them and had wanted to work with him. I'd actually met him before for some things that didn't work out. So I did not know what to expect. I ran into Matt Damon. I said, "So what's the deal?" And Matt explained to me exactly what the process was, but I didn't understand it until you experience it. It's very environmental. You don't even notice the cameras. You don't know that they're there. You play the entire scenes from beginning to end, over and over again, but every time you're doing it, it's a little different, and it's more impactful. You learn more and more, and it's a capturing of behavior as it is to, I don't know, some other aspect of performance, because you do it so much and you do it so in depth, and there are no rules, meaning you cannot do anything wrong. There's not even marks to hit.
Yeah.
You're just in a space, and he captures what goes on in that space. And it's for this type of movie, it's sublime, and I can't imagine it being done any other way.
Speaking to Paul, he mentioned that he did that thing where he didn't let you know, as Captain Phillips, when the guys with smiles were going to break into the bridge until you saw them.
Well, we didn't meet them. We knew
Yeah.
we were shooting it that day, which
Yeah.
raised the levels of everybody's anxiety. But we did not know them. We had not seen them. We didn't we're in Malta, and sometimes you get together, hey, let's go to a movie and we'll get
Yeah.
to know each other. We didn't do anything like that. So we saw them. I met them all the first day that we heard them coming, we heard them screaming, we heard the gunfire going off, and all of a sudden there they were, and they were four of the scariest human beings you'd ever meet. And it was a very, very effective strategy of that wily Mr. Paul Greengrass.
In terms of sea legs, how long did it take you to actually get, or did you find it?
I had it easy.
Yeah.
I was on board the big ship, which rolls a little bit, but you can get the hang of that.
Yeah.
The guys in the skiffs and the safety vessels, and once we got into the lifeboat itself, that was a little bit hairy. But I was always in a luxurious position where I essentially had to just sit in seat 15
Yeah.
and get in and get out of it every now and again. There was one day where it was a little rough, but and some people got sick, but. By and large, I got a pass on the worst aspect of being at sea.
Just as a final question then, Tom, you're talking about the challenge of working on this, and almost like working with a safety net in some sense. I had the pleasure of seeing you on Broadway this summer.
Oh, did you?
And terrific and well done.
Oh, thank you.
I'm wondering, was that the same type of feeling? Did it get that feeling out of you where you really were pushing yourself to the limit as an actor?
I got to tell you, I've had these 3 jobs that came along, and it started with Cloud Atlas, a movie that I made that was a totally immersive experience, and then doing a Captain Phillips was a perfect complement to that, in that it was so environmental, and then the being able to tell the entire story from beginning to end, 8 performances a week on Broadway and Lucky Guy. Truly, I think it reshaped me as an actor. It requires a different kind of discipline and giving oneself over, just being open to an experience that. Unfortunately, there are no shortcuts to it. You just have to give yourself over to the marathon of it, completely, and let it take it where you go. I feel like this concept of immersive, filmmaking or environmental acting. I'm glad these jobs came along when they did. They were right on time.
Everything okay?
I don't like the look of that.
They're coming in fast.
This is Mask, Alabama. We are an unarmed freighter. We have 2 skiffs approaching.